Hey, what's going on, everyone? Long time no see. All right. Welcome. I see. What up, Barney? Sean? Bill? Clarky? Nick? Good to see everyone. Sean. Now, where the heck do I get the stream key from? I feel like I'm a little bit behind here as far as knowing where that would be. Oh, wait. Would that be on the YouTube side? Probably. I don't know. Anyway. Off to burn one. Burn what? All right, so while we're waiting for like more people to show up, I'm gonna open some random packs. The inaugural. Well, that's what I figured, Bill, but I just did not think that that was Arnie. But who am I? Really, who am I? Got the Supersonics. Missed that logo. Kevin Gamble. Kurt Rambis, man. He was something. Oh, awesome, Clinton. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I wanted to check it. And yeah, I went to bed early. And I told him too, because like my total was whatever it was, then ending in 666. I'm like, it's a mark of the beast, so you're gonna have to have a beast of a break for me. I don't know if you even read that. Probably more like JML would have read it. And nothing in that, really. Nothing exciting, that is. All right. I know that, Bill. Thank you. Appreciate it, though. All right. This hockey stuff. Parkhurst, I think... there's not much to it. I didn't know. Is that Ray's uncle, nephew? Good old Phil Burke. I mean, really nice photos with this. And the Suter family. Mark Howe, he was one of Gordy's kiddos. And then a rookie. What's going on, Kenneth? How you doing? All right, last warm-up pack, so to speak. It's like a deck of cards or something here. Ron Hextall, Mark Messier. Again, these are like the overproduction years, but still kind of fun. At least nice photos. And Tony Amonte rookie, that's cool. I'm going to do some giveaways at some point, too. Got some random stuff to give away. So which box should I start with? Since I have only one of the Series 2, actually, I'll just start with Series 1. What's going on, Gravy Train? Hope you and Tamara are doing well. I didn't grab a bag to throw this stuff in. What's going on, Alex? 25 Perez, haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. Jeez. Did you say Parkhurst Jail? Good to see you, Nick. At some point, I gotta Instagram you. Reason for that would be I put together like kind of a cool little lot thing with inserts that I think you'll dig. All right, let's get right into this. Now we may have some paper loss. We'll for sure have some stickage because I don't know if it's a heat thing or if it's moisture. I would think it would be heat. I won't take too long on a lot of the players. The camera here is going to be a little bit wonky too. As you can see, I have the second one, but that's more for like, I think, close-ups until I get this, 100%. But first hit of a Yankee in Paul Awesomemacher, or as we used to call him, Paul Awesomemacher. Venezuela. Rookie. Don't know who that is. We got the big cat, though. And Laminar, a.k.a. Dano. If you're seeing or hearing this, I put your son down for the Rockies. But everybody let me know what you've been up to. Obviously, you guys know what I've been up to. But curious what you have been doing with your time. What's up, Chuck Nasty? Woof woof. This is kind of cool. Got the team cards at the stadium here. Mickey Tettleton. Boy, I have not seen that in a while. That's kind of cool, though. It's almost a color match. I'm always used to seeing him on the Athletics. So to see him with the Tigers, it's different. Andy Van Slyke, Robin Yount. Nice looking cards, though. And it looks like not much paper loss. Well, a little bit of paper loss on these. I want to say that the golds probably are notorious for that anyway. What do you guys think? What's going on, Adam? I noticed, or actually Mike told me, that break happened last week. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just out of pocket, so I'm missing a lot of things that are going on. You addicted to Arnie? That's a good thing to be addicted to. He has great content, right? Great prices. Make sure to share any links if you have upcoming breaks. That kind of thing going on. KC. That's a definite far away. That's the nosebleeds, I take it. Ramon Martinez, gold. Nice. Willie Wilson catching a ball there. Oh, man. I think I talked about this last time. Bip doing his best Griffey look. Dante Bichette. I feel like this desk is getting smaller, or my knees. Maybe I'm getting taller. Yeah. Sorting stuff and listing is super time consuming. And Chuck preparing for Wilma and Tala. That's probably fast approaching for you. Haven't spoke with you in a while. What's up, Lisa? Hope you're well. We have a Detroit stadium. The stadium cards, I think, are pretty cool in this set. I like them anyway. I don't know, is that card sticking together? As far as like notable rookies, I can't remember which ones are in there. I do know with Series 2, there's a better chance at some different inserts. It still has the Gold Rush, but what's that one? The Cycle, I think, is one of the notable inserts that you have a chance at. Doug Strange. Castillo. That's a cool shot of Walt Weiss. Nice. These are tough to get, too. Got the Dream Team. It's 1 in 18 packs. I mean, is that hard? 1 in 18? Kinda. It's not impossible. Shout out to Arnie and his Cleveland team. What's up, Shalani? Yeah, there's going to be a lot of those, Lisa, of torn down stadiums because of the time frame of this. Did I take the gold out? I think I did. Nice, Alex. Talking up Chuck and his beastliness as a man. I'm doing all right, Shalini. Just a little sore. Not necessarily frazzled, but I missed the. I was going to do this break last night, and I just ended up being at the storage unit until 9 o'clock. So, but that's coming along. Like I was shown in those pictures, it's definitely coming along. And then once it's ready, it's going to be just outstanding. There's a rookie Gold Rush of, I don't know how to say that name. Graham Lloyd, maybe? Maybe it's Graham. Jim Larratt's. Some more Rockies. Charlie Hayes. Mark Grace. Terry Steinbach with a collision. Who's that? Hasselman? Nice plate collision. Glad everybody's been up to good things. Not that anybody would be up to no good. So, Sean, I'm taking it that the second Topps Chrome break didn't go yet. If you could share Arnie's link to that, that'd be great, so that we can get it filled for him. If you have it handy, and if you're not busy. Todd Jones. Do you remember Todd Jones, Sean? I don't. Right. It's not getting focused. It's like me, it's unfocused. Now there's Blackjack McDowell. Bill Gullickson. Oh, nice. Jose Rio with this little squirt gun. Nails. Leo Gomez. Carlos Baerga with Lofton and Alomar. You have to know good at work. Well, Chuck, I can believe it. What cards are you sorting through, Shalini? Oh, this one's definite brick. Yeah, it's going to be a card hideout, Shalini. As far as when I'm done, I'm going to have tables in there too and things to go through. What's up, Couch? Hope you're well. Single couch now, right? There's Chris Gomez, rookie. Oh man, these are really sticking. There's Chris Jones in the Gold Rush. A little bit of paper loss on that. Stadium. Yankee Stadium. Old Yankee Stadium, probably. Let me know what team you would like. Couch. There's another Lance Johnson, aka J&J Breaks. Always got to save those cards for him. So, Clinton, if it's okay, I'll grab that Lance Johnson out of there. He is a Sox. Let me see who I have down on the list so far as having their teams picked out. So we had Nick, Phil's, Phillies. I don't want to say Phil's. It sounds weird. Clinton. White Sox. Clarkey, Padres. Laminer, Rockies. Your choice. I think Astros and Rangers are both free. Thanks. No, it's me, and I'll send it. You remember J&J Breaks? His real name is Lance Johnson, so I always I don't know if it's tease him, but yeah, I always try to send him a bunch of those. Okay. Laminer, I said Rockies, and Couch, Astros or Rangers. I think I put you as the Rangers last time, and I still have that grouping of Rangers to go out. I'm going to send all of that stuff out, plus like a little care package to the channel members for my appreciation, and it's kind of like an early Christmas in a way. Yeah, Jane. I haven't really seen him either. He's kind of... I'll just put... I don't know. I'll just put Rangers since that's what you had last time. That's okay, Couch. Yeah, I don't know. I just think kind of Lance got out of the hobby for a bit. Last time I spoke with him, though, he was going to start doing some breaks again, but then I hadn't heard anything more. If you guys have talked to him, let me know. Because I would be... I don't know, curious as to like if he's going to try to make it back to hanging out with us. Because, you know, you guys remember, and he was live more than, I would say, like most people, for sure. We do his marathon breaks and or like just stuff for gaming, which was cool. Sorry, I got a little bit off track there, but I wanted to put down the names and who has what. So let's see. And then the cards to Kitten Gravy. Cardinals. So I'm just so Nick and I think Steve. Yeah, Steve's got the Yankees. Steve Zepp. Good old Zepp. All right. All right, focus. I'm back. Well, he's good. Chuck, he is good. But like last I spoke with him, he was just I don't know, concentrating on. I think he hasn't had a new girlfriend, so I think he's probably just working on those things and his job. Our little group of that used to hang out, which was Demo, Bad Box, J&J, A League of Our Own. We'd all hang out, just and not online, but or live, but we'd hang out with StreamYard going in the background and just kind of use it as a chat. There's Kansas City. Gold Rush, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I wish they'd play better for you too. As a Cubs fan, though, I can't wish too much, since our teams kind of have a beef. Pat Rapp, y'all remember him? I remember him because I think he was a collector too, and then he did like a lot of podcasts, like original podcasts before, you know, everybody was doing their podcast thing, and before it was video. it was a literally unique podcast that was audio. Yeah, I hope Adrienne gets her health back in control too. We'll have to I don't tell her or contact her enough. I just get so busy, and I'm really bad at communication. It's my ADD, I think. Jeez, I even like removed those and they're still stuck together. Jim Tatum, putting some pine tar on. Dave Maganin, that's pretty cool. Y'all remember him coming up with the Mets? I think it was like 86 or 87. Seattle. I don't think it's one per pack. That stadium card is like a checklist, so I don't think it's every one. Danny Darwin with his balls hanging out. Rick Honeycutt. Kind of a throwback there. What is that, a Reds? No, that's Texas. That's pretty cool. Kenny Rogers. Not of Chicken and Country song fame. The other one. Oh, thanks, Bill. Yeah, I've been wanting to set it up, and as I've been cleaning things up, I put that camera up there. It's a cheap camera, so I want one that I can zoom more, but currently, I mean, it's a start. That way there's no sleight of hand or, yeah. Not that there would be, but I think people like that. When I eventually get it perfect, I'm going to have like a camera that I can turn on myself every once in a while, but won't be a constant thing. Chris Bosio, look at Randy Johnson in the background. That's kind of cool. Looking like a giant. I don't remember pulling that last time, so it's probably the first time. Lenny Harris, Defying Gravity. Yeah, I mean, I plan on doing some, whoa, Mitch Webster looking like a stalking Peeping Tom or something. I plan on doing some breaks once I get back into it, because I have a line on product from a card shop, so if I let him know ahead of time, he can order extra, and then I can have it. But that's in the future. One project at a time. I don't want to multitask. Nice. Got a kid there laying down a bunt. Looks like it's going to be on the ground for sure. And another big cat. No, I'm not ordering any Colonel Sanders. I was talking about Kenny Rogers and his chicken place. Kenny Rogers Chicken. I'm not sure if it went out of business though. Anybody know? I mean, I would think it would stay in business. I mean, it's kind of hard to go wrong with the chicken business. My son and I were talking the other day that there's a shopping center that has Church's, a Chick-fil-A, and what's the other one? Some other C name. Church's, Chick-fil-A. Oh, and Cane's, all within that shopping center. It's nuts. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get a bag. That way it doesn't go all over the floor. Nothing worse than having stuff strewn about. Yeah, crazy chicken wars. I wonder if like people like go from one place to another. So someone loses their job or quits Cane's. Do they go over to Church's, or is there like a hierarchy as far as working at places? The people that work at Chick-fil-A talk smack about people who work at Church's or something. You just never know. Francisco Cabrera, Gene Larkin. Wow, another blast from the past. And then Gene Nelson. We got the tale of two Genes. Rick, what's going on? My Scottish brethren. What's going on, Titus? How's the weather? Is it raining? As you say, it always rains. All right, I'll move that stack over here. Don't want to have too much stuff. Lisa, hope you're doing well. I didn't see if you put anything in chat when I asked, but you're probably multitasking or busy. Sunny for a change. Okay. That is good. All right, this shot of Stan Javier hugging a catcher's leg. I like that. Looks like a Rocky player too. And Juan, is it literally called Juan Pollo? So it's like Juan Chicken? John Chicken? I like it. There's Angels Stadium there. I wonder what seats that, like, if they had like a particular mandate for the photographer. If it was just get as much of the stadium as possible. Probably. Eric Pappas. And Karos. There's Donnie Baseball. John Kruk. Clemens. In the dugout. In the bullpen. What have you been up to lately, Rick? What games are you playing lately? Once I get my storage stuff done, I should have a little more free time to at least game one night a week. I miss gaming. I've been thinking about it a lot lately. I really miss playing like GTA and Red Dead, because we used to play the heck out of that. All right, another Tigers Stadium. Nice photography. Score did the good job. I don't know how many of the photographers were exclusive and how many had their own thing. Steve Sachs, Eric Karros. I was going to call him out earlier, and I didn't. I waited until I got the gold. There's Kirby Puckett, Pudge Rodriguez, Darren Dalton, always a favorite catcher of mine. Darren Dalton, loved watching his grittiness when he played back in the day. Not been gaming? Rick, that does not sound like you. What up, Artie? Hope you're well. No problem. I know it's hard to make time with everybody's schedule, so I will probably see you once Arnie's break fills later tonight. Clinton, I like fishing in Red Dead too. There's like so many of the mundane tasks. Even buying clothes and trying on different outfits and stuff like that in Red Dead was fun to me anyway. I still have like a ton of gold. I didn't do anything with my account. I should have probably sold the account, but it had so much attached to it with GTA too, because I think it's just... There's Tom Browning. I want to say that those Rockstar games are all tied in as far as the account goes. Dove hunting, yeah. Nice. There's so much stuff you could do with it. I mean, we were able to, when we played a lot, we would just get our own private server because there was kind of like a glitch where you could go in. I don't even remember how to do it, but we would do that where the only people that could join it, it wouldn't automatically try to put people in it. It would just, you could stay one person in a server or game, I should say. And I mean, that was always fun because you didn't have to worry about people sniping you, because there's so many people that's what they enjoy, is killing other people, and that's their fun for the game, is sneaking up on other people and just killing them and ruining their day. Bunch of haters. Those twins. Boy, the lighting or the roof looks like funky. Probably the actual roof when water and stuff would leak in. Yeah, I haven't been on Xbox in 3, so it's been a while. I need to get back to it. I miss it. Hey, a gold lance. I'll make sure to send something to make it worth your while, though, to send that one out, Clinton, because I'm taking one of your hits, so to speak. Ah, Steve Reed. Look at all these like Rockies fans and stuff. They're like, we have a team. All excited. Expansion year. I was one of those people. Yeah, griefers. Yep. I'm losing the Clinton. I'm losing the gaming vernacular. It's like I haven't used it in so long. Which system do you have, Clinton? I think we talked about this before. If I get back into it, maybe we get a group of people on the Xbox to all hang out. The new Star Wars. Yeah, I was excited about it. I probably still will get it, but it'll be a bit until I do. I mean, bounty hunting, the underworld, or whatever else it's going to have that has in it. It looks interesting. I know they really... Whoa, 2 golds in 1 pack. I don't think that's normal. Mike Stanton, a.k.a. not Giancarlo. But that was only like, what, 1 year that Giancarlo had Mike Stanton on his cards. PS5, okay. I do have the Xbox One and the 360 and a whole bunch of old games. I still have Red Dead Revolver, in fact. Bill's sick? Alright, feel better, Bill. Alright. Now the Oakland one, I'm sure they didn't have like somebody at the game take the picture, being it's an overhead one. But it's probably the only way to like make that old stadium look any good. That was like such a eyesore. There's our gold, and it's Jeff Innes. It's another person. It's like Blast from the Past, all these names, for sure. All right, Kevin Bass, Chris Jones again. Every time I see it, I think it's Frank Thomas. I don't know why. It's just probably like there's a crime dog. One of those. It's an optical illusion for sure. Whoa. It's knocked over everything. I don't have a PS5 though. I do want to. I really want to come back into gaming, but use my computer and get into that because of. I love mods. I love playing modded games, and obviously. That's difficult to do on the standalone systems. I mean, it's not impossible, but I don't want to go through all the trouble. There's Mark Langston Gold Rush. What I'll do, Clinton, is probably send you some extra from teams that didn't get picked, some Gold Rush, so that you can have those to make up for Lancey Lance not being in there. Otis Nixon. I loved him. I don't know why. Like, not like loved him, but as a player, he was just fun to watch. He was one of those players that would always get on base, or at least try. Now I'm excited to check out the replay. I mean, I'm sure it's nothing crazy major, but it'll be fun to see. There's Tim Leary, not the LSD famous one. Wilson Alvarez. It's a cool one. There's a hit for you, Clinton. I want to see a Frank Thomas one, though, for you. That would be sick. Jeff Bagwell. He's doing the safety dance right there. All right. I think I said that this is probably going to take a couple hours. I think roughly that was my guess. I don't know. There's probably a way to go through it even quicker, but being these stick, it's difficult. Yeah, that's what I saw in my mind, Clinton. I don't know. It was kind of random, but could be the C for YMCA, but I'm not a Village People fan, so had to go the all 80s route. There's Awesome Mocker again. Wow. Mr. Lloyd has some sort of neck there. All right, there you can definitely see the paper loss on the Nobla. That's the weird thing about it, is like the way that the secondary print is, because the gold, I think, is laid down, is that when it scratches off, it makes it look like there's like glitch in the matrix and that person is no longer existing or something. Mitch Williams. Never did like him. This is that Kevin Brown Where he drew on the beard mustache with a Sharpie. Or not, probably not a Sharpie. It's probably eye black. It's just too funny, though. What a goofball. I love those cards, though, when you got, like, a cameraman, you know, or photographer might not always catch, like, great shots because they're not around the action. But that's the kind of thing that's just great. Does he really need that one? I'll send one if it's okay with Couch, because I think he got a few of them last time. But if he needs the card, I don't know if he would put it out. Would he put it out? Because he likes, I guess, weird stuff. But yeah, I can put it together and say it was sent from Clinton and Couch. Milwaukee Stadium. I don't remember this guy, John Poole. I'm only, I guess, looking at the ones in the back here because some of those inserts can, you know. So here's what the regular Frank Thomas looks like. So the Gold Rush would be pretty nice. All right, I'll put down that you guys sent that. Thank you for giving me the go ahead. Yeah, that's going to be a nice card when we get to the Gold Rush. Where was he at? There we go. Oh, I didn't see that in the back, but the Eckersley. That's about the only one that's a true portrait, I think. Oh, I destroyed that card. Just wanted to see where's the safety games one. There we go. Put the weird ones out. Oh, you were kidding? Well, I'll still send it to him. He's probably seen the card. I have a bunch of them I could get together that are just odd, that I enjoy. Yeah, he does like weird cards. I agree. I'm into that kind of thing too. A lot of the things that he's into have been things that I'm into as well, like the Elite cards, the autographs from, you know, the Upper Deck sets. But I don't think he's into Griffey as much as I am. All right. I think I'm losing everybody. There's a Vinny Castilla rookie. That's pretty cool. I think 92 is actually his true, or 93. Oh boy. Mike Gallego. Mr. Zepp will get that card. I was going to send Lindsay a text and let her know I was going to be live. And I didn't. Didn't do that. I'm sure she's busy doing things. So how many people have an extended weekend then? A 3-day. I ended up taking Tuesday off too because I want to get this storage unit done. But I wouldn't really call it like, you know, a weekend or, you know, an off day. I mean, it is, but I'll probably be doing at least more physical work than normal. And I'm not a physical specimen, so. All right, these are really stuck together. There's Goose. Daryl Kyle. Pretty cool Texas Stadium. Another aerial. I wonder if they were going to go all aerial and just decided on some of them they didn't need it. How do you say? I forget how you say his name. It's not Gagne, right? It's Greg Gagne. Is it like a French pronunciation? It's been so long. I think when I was a kid, I called him Gagne. But, you know, as a kid. There's a nice Cal Ripken. All right, almost done with this box, and then I'll do the Series 2. The cycle cards are what I'm looking forward to. I don't know what the odds are on those, but I like the way they look. I mean, the Dream Team cards are great, but the 1 in 18 hit ratio makes it difficult. And last time, I think I opened 2 of these boxes, and there wasn't a single Dream Team in it, which is crazy. I mean, it could just be odds-wise that was the one that was bad. I have not seen a Gwyn yet. No. But as far as that last one, the last break, or when I put together the Padres for you, there was a couple of them in that last one. So you'll have a few no matter what. And we'll probably end up getting a couple of them here. Kevin Bass. Taking us back to fishing in Red Dead. I'm trying to think, Clinton, of like other games that had fishing, like Animal Crossing did. Gosh, there's a lot of games that have like fishing as like an activity, and I mean, tied into hunter-gatherer, I suppose. And it's possible too, Michelle, that because these are sticking together, that I passed over a Gwyn. I'm trying not to spend too much time detaching all of these. What's up, Alan? Far Cry does? I don't think I played 5. That makes sense that would too. Oof, this one's really stuck. Matt Turner. So he was with an expansion team as well. So Rockies and Marlins, as you all know, were expansion teams. There's Dante again. I want to say score. There were some teams that, or some teams. There were some, I guess, card companies that just used old stock photo, and not all of them had like Rockies or Marlins on their team. That's probably more the 93 stuff, but why was it twisted? Let me know. Like, just a weird game? I do have, just so people know, I still have, I wouldn't forget about the cards that I had previously set aside for everybody, so I still have those. So when I do my next sale, there'll be a few things for different people. Like, I have some cards for Bill and Alan, Kitten Gravy, a few, Sean, Chris T, I have some, Arnie, but we've already talked about that. I just need to get another text to you, which I shall. Aw, look how, see, that's a shame. Look at the paper loss on that. I mean, it looks, maybe he's under a leaky ceiling. But it's a shame. The paper loss on some of these cards just destroys them. I don't know. There we go. There's a nice Gwyn. He's looking pretty svelte too. Super in shape Gwyn. I like it. I know, right? Not heck. What the heck? Sorry. The dad jokes always come out. Yeah, Mattingly, and not a gold yet. But have pulled like the regular ones. Finally. Right? Well, I'm sure that we'll find some other ones. But going after one player on like a team, your odds, go down dramatically. But we've got 3 boxes here. I think you'll do fine. Man, these are really stuck. look at that. It's like just be gentle with that one. Matt Carrion. I think as long as I peel the back of it separately, it's a lot better. So the second card is the checklist or stadium cards. And then when we have multiple, there's Kenny Rogers again, multiple, oh, that's cool. Tom Glavine, and then Doc Gooden, and then Wangan, and Kevin Mitchell. See, that's weird to me. Him in a Reds uni. I also have a collection of Clinton of people like who are on certain teams, maybe as part of like trade deadline things where they only had like 20 at bats or something weird. I love stuff like that. So when I was going through my stuff in the storage unit, I found this too. I have a whole pack of these, and I may wear them in future ones. It really depends, but I don't know. Here, I got to show this off though. So there are a whole bunch of these in there, and I remember buying them so that when I would go through stuff for grading, once the card had no fingerprints on it, I would wear this. But could be used for breaks, future use, so that there's no fingerprints on stuff, especially for like your chrome products. But I have a ton of them. It'll look weird. I'll be like Michael Jackson or something, but it'll be good for future use. There's a lot of people who are purists. I can remember when I used to do case breaks back. I don't know if you guys remember breakers.tv. So like back in the early 2000s, and people would just show up and troll and be like, just all upset if you got a single fingerprint on their cards. Way worse than like it would be now. I think now people can just ban somebody, but I don't even know if on Breakers you could do that. It's Mark Whitten. Pat Means. Alex Fernandez. I liked him too as a pitcher for the White Sox. Jim Thome. John Jaha. That's an interesting shot. The photographer had something obstructing his camera. There's Chef. Good old Chef. All right, almost done with this box. Then I'll move on to the second one. So I'm guessing Dream Team is the only insert that's possible aside from the Gold Rush in this. I don't know what else. I don't know if there's autographs or anything like that in this, but it doesn't say on the outside. All right, Seattle again. Brad Pennington. Don't remember you. Armando Reynoso. I do remember him. We had a lot of hope, but anytime you have a pitcher in Colorado, it's bad. There you go. Gravy Train. Cool Greg Jeffries. But look at that. The ball. Is it hitting him? Is it about to hit him? I mean, it doesn't even look like he's phased. And it's pretty close. I think it's going to hit him. He's taking it all the way. Brian Williams. There's the Moose. Mike Mussina. And Blackjack again. Also, another Griffey. I mean, no shortage on stars, I think. Yeah, I hope you get a gold one too, Michelle. I just hope also it's in a pack that is gentle with the stickage. Ugh. It's really bad. I'm sure you can hear it too, right? Danny Cox, John Flaherty. Flaherty. Did Flaherty end up with the cards at one point? Or maybe I'm thinking Jack. Is there a Jack? Tim Hewlett. I'll make sure to put all of the Gold Rush in soft sleeves, just in case, like, you know, there's any more stickage within that amount of time. Boy, oh boy. There's a Ryan Sandberg. There's another Gwyn. So that's what I mean, is I probably missed it because I remember seeing another Sandberg and it looks like that's the order of it. I like this product though. I mean, it's not spectacular. A lot of this stuff isn't. I'm not sure if you guys saw that community post though when I went to the storage the first time and found all of those boxes. Yeah. I mean, I bought, during the pandemic, I bought some junk wax stuff just because I wanted things to open up. But had I been able to find those boxes in my storage unit, I would have had plenty of stuff to go through. There's another White Sox player and Steve Sachs, Clinton. We need to get a gold Kevin Brown for you, Couch. Yankees. Okay. There's Gagne again. Devin White. And Chef. So with the checklist being one per pack, essentially you would get what? Is there 36 packs back then? A couple extras, but you'd get at least one checklist for every team. Yeah? Is that correct? Me and my math, not always on point. Another Royals. Man. This is really bad. Ugh. Phil Clark. Aw, that is a shame. The Pudge. Some paper loss. And I didn't even pull those apart, so that was in pack that way. You know, I know that card companies still have issues with this, but you'd think that they would remember, like, there'd be one person at the company and be like, yeah, y'all remember 94, that was a horrible year. I always like Greg Vaughn. You guys were into certain players that didn't do much. Roberto Alomar. That's a crazy shot, though. He's really getting some. Luis Polonia. Y'all remember him? Oh, I got a text here. What does this say? Oh, yep. I completely understand, Michelle, about being out of the collecting at certain times. I stayed into collecting the entire time, but you know, I worked for a card shop for my buddy, and getting out of it 100% was impossible because I always was pulled back into it little by little. A lot of times too, there'd be people that would come into the shop and just be like, yeah, I got a ton of commons and I want to, you know, sell them to somebody. And I would end up buying them sometimes for less than what the box itself would have cost them. So I would have all these extra boxes too, and then nicer collections. So like this one is perfect, but it's John Vanderwall. Why is there a foot just hanging out up there? Oh, okay, someone running away. It's not a random foot. We ought to do a number on that and figure out how many Alamar cards show him diving. Andy Bennis. Another Frank Thomas. Tettleton with the Tigers. That could just be like one of those things, Alan, that like, not a trope, but didn't he like play like really aggressive? All right, I'm gonna try to get, there's a stack over here of this entire box, and this table that I have is, it's like a cheaper like desk. So it moves around a lot, and I can just imagine bumping that onto the floor. I don't want to do it. There's a Joe Carter on the back of there. Shout out to Alex and his Blue Jays. Lee Smith. All right. Rod Brewer. I don't know who that is, but I'm sure Gravy Train does. Hubie Brooks, I do know him. Joe Klink. Chris Gomez. So I own the domain name Collectiblepedia. I think that's what it is. But I was thinking about putting together weird database things like that, Alan, where I would be like, the number of cards where someone is diving, and you could like do searches on all those kind of weird things. The number of cards with like a certain other player in the background. I mean, it'll be a nightmare to put together, but if I open it up, make it open source, or at least editable like Wikipedia, where you can go and edit those things, a lot of the work wouldn't have to be done on my end. It would just be starting it, which, you know, probably would be a nightmare. There's Pat Rapp again. Greg Vaughn. Bunch of landscape. Joe Girardi, that's a cool one. I always liked him as a Rockies catcher. I don't know if I had an opinion either way when he was a coach. Mike Greenwell on the back. What's going on, Collector's Dream? Hope you're well. All right, last pack from that box. And we'll move on to Series 2, and then we'll finish up again with Series 1. The aforementioned Blue Jays, Alex's team. All right, got a Twins, Willie Banks. I do remember him. Mark Portugal. Lisa's Tigers with Bob McDonald there. I don't remember Bob. Darren Holmes. Willie Blair. Ozzie Guillen. Mike Harkey. There's the Kevin Brown again. And Eckersley. All right. I'm going to do a giveaway. So, shipping is free if you're in the continental United States, but if it's like Canada or Newfoundland, I don't know. It's not. But this is Absolute. I don't know what year it is. Looks like 2017, 2018. If the player is not your liking, you can just it's getting a free mag. So that's always a plus. So he played with the Trailblazers. So let me see. Just put a number between 1 and 100. Also have these 2 Parker's packs that'll come with it. I do this to myself every time, but I did not eat lunch or any food. I didn't even eat breakfast today. Don't know why I do that. Because then you guys end up, I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it when my stomach's like making some crazy sounds. All right, I'll give you guys another minute. Good amount of Gold Rush, though. Let's see how that looks on that camera. It's still just weird. I feel like my left and rights are off. I found out yesterday that Saturdays at the storage unit is a happening place. So there's a bunch of there's a whole lot area where people can park their food trucks and vehicles, RVs, all that kind of stuff, and it was just nonstop while I was in there. One group after another, and a lot of times they'd be close by. People bringing their entire families. I was like, I don't know. I guess I didn't realize that there was that many people. I guess utilizing short-term kind of storage stuff. All right. I'm gonna grab a card randomly from like that stack there. And closest to it, 65. Who is closest to 65? Clinton, looks like, with 67. Congrats, Clinton. I'll put that in with your stuff. I'll have a couple more giveaways here. I'll put your name on these. So on the next one, I'll give out these cards just so you can see ahead of time. What the heck is it? I have a stack of them here somewhere. I say that I'm going to show you, and I'll find the darn card. Oh, I did want to show you guys this. I think we talked about this before, about getting duped. Check this out. If you were to look at this card, would you be like, wow? I mean, aside from whatever polarizing thing you may think of the quarterback, but you might be like, that's a really cool rookie auto. Nothing looks out of line, right? Well, according to Beckett, no, it was PSA, the card isn't authentic. Crazy thing is that when I got this card, it was an 8.5 from Beckett. But I wanted to get a better grade, so I cracked it. I've had people look at it and they agree that the autograph is authentic, but the card itself wasn't like this out of the pack. It was a rookie that someone put this and this on. So it's authentic, non-authentic. But I think at the time I traded like $500 to someone. No, it was like 400 maybe. And then a close second, not the same person I got this card off of either, but I was told that the autograph is authentic, but this is also a manufactured after the fact Brady auto. What sounds shady? The grading company said that, or that they said it was authentic. What they're saying is that someone took this from like another card, somehow removed it without damaging it in any way. So like, you know, $1 autograph or something. Then they used something to remove the autograph. I don't know if cleaners would do it, but I wouldn't think you could use. There'd have to be like one that wouldn't mess with the foil, which I don't know what that would be. And then they had Brady sign it. And then they did the same for the back. They had somehow removed it from another card. But that's what happens, like, I guess when you're collecting enough stuff that weird things happen. I've shown you guys this print scrap where the card's like a bigger size. It's definitely real, but this is one of the ones that most likely should have been destroyed, but someone at the company took that with them. So that said print scrap does not meet specs. So they're saying that they won't grade it because, for one, it doesn't have the autograph. Two, it's larger size. And then this one, we got an authentic Elway autograph from Contenders 99 SSD. It's a great card, but there are no autographs in this set. And if you look at the stamp, which is how Donruss Leaf did their authentication, it says playoff authentic. So it's even the wrong stamp. I mean, playoff itself could be for the company, but I think there's something down here in the corner that says the set name. Like it says 2009 or 2008, or I don't know. It's got the year. So the stamp itself, 2002, it looks like, isn't for. So it's like, obviously this is a 99 card, but the stamp is 2002. Unless it was something that was put in like a product where they did buybacks. I don't know. But when I took it to be graded, they said also that it wasn't authentic. The autograph was authentic, but the card was different. Oh, I got you, Michelle. Yeah, so the person I bought it off of, there was always speculation that he was a little bit shady. Or actually, I traded for it. And the reason I say that he was a little shady is there were a couple times where we know for a fact he would get like a certain card. So like a rookie autograph jersey of somebody. And it would be like a single napkin white color. He would have the same card, or at least numbered the same, you know, a month later. And it would be like a 4-color patch with like a giant logo or something crazy on it. So he would, I guess you could just say that there was always some weird things that would happen. Crazy thing is that he's still in the card business. I still see him at the National when I go. No, I don't regularly. No, not anymore. I did previously. It just gets too expensive when you're constantly doing it, Michelle. I would just suggest doing one of the promos that they do. PSA does promos all the time. If you need to get stuff graded, just send it in there. But that's another weird thing, is that I have seen cards, well, this is like early off, they would be sent in to like certain graders, and like the non-numbered cards, if you don't take images or scans of all your cards before you send them out, I suggest you do it, because you know, you just never know if someone's going to switch out your card for like a card that they have that won't grade high. I know there's a few people who send in stuff regularly. I want to say, I think Arnie does. All right, this is the series 2. I mean, if anybody else in the chat sends in stuff regularly, let us know. There's Sam Warren, but with the Indians. Oh, these are great. These aren't even close to sticking together. So that makes me think that they fixed it in series 2. That's kind of cool, though. John Ratliff, looking all dreamboat. And then Rod Correa. And look at that. There's no paper loss, nothing. And none of these are stuck. There's Philadelphia. Rondell White, rookie. Jay Powell, draft pick. Damon Buford. Oh, man. That brings me back. You want to know the best and cheapest place to send it in to see if it's real. So do you want it graded, or are you looking at autograph authentication? Because that's different. You can have things authenticated through like James Spence, and they don't have it in a case. They have a sticker. But Beckett Authentic does autographs. You don't have to have it graded. You can just have it say authenticated. Same with PSA. They have their own authentication for autographs too, where it doesn't have to be graded, but it'll have the authentication for the autograph. Probably some of those new ones have that same service. But I haven't dealt with any of them. I've dealt with Beckett. I've dealt with James Spence. James Spence set up at one of my shows. This has been a long time ago, but he did a bunch of authentication there. I had Beckett Authentic and Beckett Grading at my shows all the time. Did that for like 6 years. The guy from Pawn Stars that was always on Pawn Stars doing the autograph authentication, he started working for Beckett Authentic, and he was there. I just remember people getting all excited because, wait, it wasn't Pawn Stars. What was it called again? The Vegas one with the pawn shop? I don't know. JSA is James Spence Authentication. Yeah. Trot Nixon. Got the Trots. All right, there is one sticking together there. It doesn't seem like it's as many. There's Sandy Alomar Jr., Rob Deere, Teddy Higuera. That's a cool one. Good old Teddy. Todd Zeal. Pete and Cavilla. It's kind of a cool one. All right, this stack is definitely stuck. Pawn Stars, yeah. Ugh. It's not horrible, though. Mark Neufeld. Dan Pelletier. Forgot about him. Trilsic? I don't know who that is. But it seems like this is like really rookie heavy. Series 2 is. Oh. Yeah, Pawn Stars. Yeah, James Spence is JSA. Mm-hmm. You're correct. And Spence has been doing it, gosh, since the 90s. Because one of the first authentication things that I had done for some like Broncos autographs at a show that I did was through him. And I just remember like the pricing was like really affordable back then. Like it was like $5 per card or thing that he authenticated. Well, I have no idea. I mean, I know that for Beckett, which really sucks, is they base it upon the autograph. So say you have a Mickey Mantle or a Babe Ruth or something like that that you want to get authenticated. You pay $100, I think it's $100. Yeah, $100 just for them to tell you if it's real or not. And that's because of the star quality of the player. Let's say you have a Randy Milligan. They don't have those kind of fees. I mean, there's a fee, but it's like a lot less. Thomas Howard. Yep, these are way better. I hope that next box actually is better. Now here's the name that I always had trouble with. Westris Destrada. Oof. Oh, that's cool. Jay Buhner. You would think that he would have Griffey in that. Brian Turing. Jeff Hammond. Gerald Williams and Greg McMichael. So the last 4 out of each pack so far has had a rookie in there. So it's probably like, you know, how Series 2 or Update, is it Update Series for Topps now, has so many rookies in there. Because of the horror stories, Kutch? Yeah, I mean, there can always be weird stuff that happens. And, oh, sorry, to circle back, Michelle, the reason I said that we thought that the guy was shady and that there might have been something that was involved with him and the graded card of getting that Aaron Rodgers is that people would crack the case. I don't know how they did it and made it undetectable, but they would crack open the case and then take out whatever was authenticated and put in a replacement card. So there's a chance that that's what happened, is that person did that, and that's why oops, I got the corner on this one. That's why the card itself didn't get authentic on the second time around. But that's the problem with like any hobby or collectible thing that people see people making money on, is that there's always somebody out there who wants to take advantage of it, and people. So there was you guys can read about it online somewhere. I don't know where I don't have a link to the article, but there was a huge ring of PSA unauthentic cards that was going around. And it turns out there was a person, or actually several people, who were able to get the same company who did PSA's cases to do them a bunch of blank cases. They would recreate the label, and they were selling like Michael Jordan fake rookies, but it would be graded and it would show that it was a PSA grade. the numbers would match in their database because they would copy those numbers down because I guess they realized that someone would eventually find out or check it. And there was a guy doing it in Aurora here in Colorado. And the reason I know that is someone who used to come and set up at my shows came by with several of the cards that he purchased. One was a Michael Jordan, one was a Reggie Jackson rookie. And he just looked at the card, and one of the Reggie Jackson was like, the color quality was all messed up. It was off-centered, and yet was a PSA 10. The same with the Jordan. I think that was a 9, though. It was a PSA 9, and the color quality was off. But it turns out they ended up catching a few of the people, but it was like one of those pyramid kind of things where like there's a guy at the very top who only talked to people, his underlings, and would have them sell the cards. But there was millions of cards on the market that were fake. And it's possible there still are. Kind of a sad story. All right, Chip Hale. Yeah, these are all perfect. Whoa. All right. So Pat Listash here. Do you know that Russian dance where they like, they'll cross their arms and then this looks just like he's doing that. Is it just me? It's probably just me. Marquise Grissom. Chris Sabo. All right. My day is made. I have a Sabo. Montreal. You can see it? Okay. Not just me. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Yeah, institutionalized. The other one that's crazy. Harold Baines is in there. I know, I love stories like that when there's weird things like that happen. And then you would think that you wouldn't know anybody who was affected by that, counterfeit scheme that they had going on. But it affected a lot of people because my buddy John, who that happened to, he got several cards and then he would trade them. This is before he knew anything was, happening. But he was getting them he was buying them not for too low that would like put alarm bells up, but it was like just enough of a deal. So I think at the time the Jordan was like 2,000, and he was able to buy it for 1,200 from the guy. And he thought, okay, I got a great discount. I could just turn around and actually sell this for 2,000 because that's what they're going for on eBay. But it, turns out it was too good to be true for sure. Couch, I had not heard of that. What was this about China? So this is like one of those containers that comes on the boats, right? You're saying it was full of Wembies? That's crazy. I mean, there is a huge counterfeit slash fake thing that they do with iPhones and everything too from China. So I wouldn't put it past someone doing. Billy Hatcher. Oh, Paul Sorrento. Man, that takes me back. There's a Hojo. I wonder on these cards if they, like, being at Series 2, if they also had one. There's a cool one. Julio Franco, but with the Rangers, not with the Braves. I don't remember what I was just saying something before that, and then I lost my train of thought. Sorry about that. There's a Daryl Strawberry and Smoltz. Oh, that's cool. I don't think I've actually even seen this. Or could be a Mandela effect, but a rookie prospect of Manny, and then it's got some banner in the background. I think that looks pretty cool. Does it say Manny Sandwich? That's so bizarre. Daryl Whitmore. And then I'm liking that one. Wrigley Field. So when Prism came out with his first card, that's when they found those. So how did they know to look for these? Or was it just like Customs was looking and then they saw it? Because I know that for Customs and stuff, not all the time do they check every container. That's why stuff can get through. It's like hit or miss for them. Here's Deion Sanders. That'd be a cool one to get in Gold Rush. Spike Owen. John Doherty. Yeah, these are all perfect. They must have figured it out in Series 2. Bernie Williams. Fan favorite for the Yankees. Ellis Burks with the Sox. Jeff Schwartz. Oh, cool. So this is when the Rockies first started playing. It was at the old Mile High Stadium. So much like, I guess, the Oakland Stadium, they had the section that could be wheeled in or out. And the Denver Zephyrs played there beforehand. There's a Cardinals. It's got the arch in the background. Don't want to pass over this one. Season highlights, Ken Griffey. 8 home runs in a row. That's a good amount, but I would say that oops, somebody has definitely passed that up by now, right? Hey, Couch, if you have that article, or if there is an article on it, could you share it in chat? I would love to read more about it and like what happened. Like with, I mean, I can't imagine that it was in like a legitimate business's name or if anything like that, but you just never know. There's Greg Olson. So Nigel Wilson. He had a lot of hype behind him. Didn't pan out, as most. Kevin Moss, he also had hype. Kevin Rogers, Eric Wedge, Luis Ortiz, and Alan Watson. I don't know a lot of those names. I mean, Wedge because he was on the Rockies. Yeah, message me. Yeah, that's fine. If you see it. Oh, I see what you're saying. It was in a message. Yeah, no worries. If I find it, I'll share it too in my community tab because that's stuff like I find very interesting. Oh, that's weird looking. So we have a Boston Red Sox. Andre Dawson. I don't know why that looks so weird to me. Could be because it's an extreme close-up too. Alan Trammell. Oh boy, Ruben Sierra. When it was Bash Brothers 2.0. Y'all remember that. There's Ron Gant. Gerald Clark. John Smiley. Oh. Was it John Smiley whose daughter's missing? I read something about that too. I don't know if it was Smiley. It was a pitcher. I want to say that the rookie year of that pitcher was like 86 or something like that, so it's probably not Smiley. Here's a Frank Thomas, American League MVP. That's a cool card. It'd be cool if that one comes in a Gold Rush. The calves on that man. And Pedro Martinez, rookie. That's cool. It's not often that a Series 2 is better than a Series 1, but I feel like this is better. They did find her? Thank God, that's good. Swindell, I think. Greg Swindell. Right? Greg Swindell and his daughter was the one who was missing. I'm glad they found her. JT Snow, rookie. Wayne Gomes. Dickie Thon. Doug Jones. There is one of the draft, but in a gold for Brian Anderson. Very interesting, though, for that. I don't know if that's scratched off. Yeah, the eyes must have... The detail on them was just difficult. Yep. That's what I was saying. It's Greg Swindell. And that's when his rookie is, because I remember the 86 two-panel card, 85 or 86 card, had the two-panel, and he was on the rookie card with the Indians. There's Jim Abbott. That's a kind of cool card. Season highlights. Todd Van Poppel. Oof. Chip Hale again. Lots of rookies in this. I appreciate everybody sticking around. I know you got things to do, and this take a while. All right, no problem, Tom. So, Michelle, how many cards have you listed so far? There's Brian Anderson again. Share your this is going into my PC. Share your channel. Not channel. What is it called? Your seller ID. Your store. Words. Sometimes it gets the three-headed Chris Gwynn monster. Dun dun dun. Oh, that's great. Oh, another thing that I hooked up that's kind of cool for when needed, that is let me go to this, see if I can get it to work. That's extreme close-up. And I'm going to have to figure out the ring light part of it. If I can turn off the light. Can I? I can turn it down. There we go. So I have a third camera that I have hooked up. It's like a microscope, like a microscope almost. But I think that's pretty cool. So say you want to look at the corners on something. I can zoom in. Getting all high tech, y'all. I've always been high tech. It's just I'm getting more organized. You can share a list. A listing, yeah. Do that. Whatever's easiest for you. A little bit off here now. Larry Lubers. Carlos Delgado, y'all. Old LA Stadium, right? Because I don't remember when it is they tore it down. I just remember there was a controversy, right, over it because of the neighborhood. 19 cards listed. That's pretty good, though. We are no longer the knights who say ni, We are the knights who say icky icky patang zing. Kevin Seitzer. Eric Young. His son also played for the Rockies. EY Jr. Jose Mesa. Will Cordero. Steve Scarson. Bobby Munoz. I don't remember a lot of these people. Derek Lee, I do. So there's a Padres card for you. 93 draft pick. The way they did that little logo, though, is pretty cool, too, I think. Luis Gonzalez. Billy Wagner, that's cool. Rafael Palmeiro. Looks like he's taking a nap. Kirk Presley. Mets pitching prospect. Ooh. Mark McLemore looking like he's doing some b-boy stance. Bill Swift. Tim Boger. Cliff Floyd, excuse me. Lee Smith. And Mark Hutton. When Mark Hutton speaks, everyone listens. At least one card a day. Right on. So do you post them as buy it now for everything, or do you do auction? Can't remember if we talked about that. Tom Pagnozzi. It's a cool in-action card. Mike Lansing. It's Greg Maddox. Professor. There, nice. Congrats to Steve. This Abbott's sick. I'm gonna put that thing in a... Where is Steve? Come on, Zepp. You're supposed to be representing. Just playing. Chris Sabo again. There's 2 Sabos. My day is made. I can just call it a week and retire. So we got 3 in a row. Florida, San Francisco, and San Diego for the stadiums. That is a lot. I'm trying to list at least one card. Yeah, do buy now only. Yeah, auction can be difficult. I think we talked about this when you were like working through what you wanted to do, and I was giving suggestions, and there were some. I mean, auctions can be great for cards that you don't want to wait on them selling. You can end up getting a good amount too if it's, hot enough card too. There's George Bell. Bob Walk. One of the great names for a pitcher, right? Jose Offerman. David Segui. All right. I think that Clinton, I'm pretty sure John would love this card. Just because of the defying of gravity. Not so much it being a Cub card, but not that he cares either way. Can't get it to get in focus. Yeah, something in the background's getting caught. Jimmy Wright. Oh, that's cool. Daryl Kyle. Season highlights. I could be wrong, though, Clinton. Who knows? Reasoning, Michelle? You pay eBay to promote it. I have never once paid eBay to promote something. I guess maybe I just haven't had a good enough card to do that. Yeah, if you do the SSP O'Neal Cruz and do it while he is somewhat on a hot streak, that's probably really good. There's Randy Myers, Chuck Carr. Oh man, check out Eric Davis in a Tigers uniform. That just looks weird to me. Pat Hentigan, Paul Molitor. A lot of Jays stuff here. And we lost Alex. He's missing out. David Cohn. Shane Reynolds. I do remember him too. Joe Carter. Benji Gill. And Tony Tarasco. Sounds like some kind of mafia thing. You go down and see, you gotta go see Tony Tarasco. He'll hook you up. It's probably just us for sure. You know, everybody's got things to do, and this is going to be a marathon. Definitely not a sprint. I appreciate you, Michelle. Scott Lewis. Jeff Conine, I do remember him. Ryan Klesko, also remember him. And Todd Van Poppel, who was supposedly this amazing pitcher at one time. Dwight Smith. Kirk Gibson, that's kind of cool. Speaking of Pittsburgh. Well, I don't know. It just looks like a dump. No knock on Pittsburgh. Torrey Hunter. I guess that is. Calling something a dump is definitely a knock on it. Apologies if anybody's from there. What are we at? The 2-hour mark already? Yeah, I think that I'm just going to keep it with 2 boxes every one of these breaks because it's just too difficult. I just wanted to do 3 because I wanted to include a couple of the first ones. Brooks Kishnick. Do you remember him too? Bobby Bonilla Day. Look, he is writing in his little notebook right now. I'm getting paid this much and then this much. Shane Mack. Brad Osmus. I don't remember John Wasden. But yeah, this is really rookie heavy for sure. Do you see the difference though, Michelle, with like how these don't even stick? It's crazy. Check out Big Mac. It's ridiculous physique. It's like a bowling ball with a marble on top. Sammy Sosa. Norm Charlton. There he is. Greg Swindell. Scott Christmas or Christman. That's an interesting name. Tom Brunansky. Jeff King. Cecil Fielder. Rodney Bolton. Remember Bob Hamlin because they compared him to Babe Ruth? Oof. Crazy comparison, huh? Like it said that on his, I think his score rookie or something like that. I just remember I was probably 14 or something when that card came out, 15. And I thought to myself, wow, this is a guy to invest in. So I didn't want to trade and or sell his cards. I held on to the wrong players. Oh, that's cool. Maddox Gold Rush. in his Cy Young Award League. Roberto Kelly, but was he always with the Reds? I thought he was like with the Yankees or something. That's pretty cool too. The Steve Finley little bullseye going on. Roger Salkid. Still like that. Larry Lubers. And there's Delgado again. Big Mac's an interesting one. I don't know why they said that about him, because it's like, that's a lot to live up to. It might have been that he pitched at one time. You know how they'll like on and off like comment, they'll say something about that. But that's like a huge comparison. People got to be careful when you throw that around. Greg Olson. Scott Cooper. Yeah, I need to find that comparison thing. It's, you know, those things that just don't. It's risky for someone to even say that kind of comparison. There's another one of these Padres ones for you. Derek Lee. Oh, that's cool. Sure you saw it was on the back of there. Matt Drews. The stalkerish look. There's Jeff Conine again. Cal Aldred. There's Scott Cooper, but the regular base card. Now they're sticking together a little bit. Not horrible though. Bobby Witt. Bernard Gilkey, Mark Hutton, Pittsburgh, and there's the Torrey Hunter. That's kind of cool. I always like Torrey Hunter. It's probably not worth putting in a holder here, but all right, we need to get one of the cycle cards, because those look pretty cool. And there's some big names. I want to say there's a Griffey in the cycle cards. There's, pretty sure there's a Gwynn. Let's hope there's a Gwynn for you. Mike Lansing. That's stuck. Unfortunately. Come on. But it's not horrible, but still. Tim Boger. Spoke too soon about them not sticking. Cecil. Pat Listhash again. Osmus. Cal Everett. And then John Wasden. Only a few packs left for this box, and then I'll race through that second series one, since we've seen so many of them. There's George Bell again. Big Mac. Oh, there's Bobby Witt. The reason I don't want to like go through these too quick is I don't want to miss if there's like one of those cycle cards or something. Don't think we could 100% miss it, but stranger things have happened. Turk Wendell. What a great name. But the Defying Gravity. It's like he saw a spider on the pitching mound and just freaked out. This one seems thicker than the other ones. There's Chuck Carr again. Eric Davis. Sam Horn. He had, I want to say that he had like, could have been his minor league stuff, but I can remember him having like power potential. Sam Horn. I don't even know how long he lasted, or if he was involved in the whole steroid thing. Melito Perez. Let's see. Let's look at Sam's numbers. So yeah, Pawtucket, which I think is AAA. We got 30. And then with the Red Sox, 14, 10. And the Orioles, he got 23. I would guess that he was involved in some of the steroid stuff because his numbers, there were certain people like Brady Anderson who like all of a sudden just had even more power numbers than they previously had. I mean, Brady Anderson was probably more extreme than anybody. Danny Tartable, he played with the Zephyrs at one time. Joe Carter, Benji Gill, and our man Tony Tarasco. Marlins did have ugly uniforms. For real. Ryan Klesko, prospect. Trot Nixon. Yeah, these are really sticking together now. Cliff Floyd. That's a cool one. I feel like these are not sticking together too bad. I have a crazy amount of like, at least they were at one time, high dollar Cliff Floyd cards. I don't know why. How do you say that name? Telgbetter? Telgbetter. I don't remember that person. All right, here's hoping that the cycle card is in one of these little stacks. I think originally I thought that the Rockies had ugly uniforms, and that could have just been like the early 93 draft ones that they picked out. It's grown on me. I felt like the color schemes that both teams picked were... I wasn't too into purple at the time. John Wetland. It's grown on me for sure. Chris Sabo again. Terang. Greg McMichael. I do remember him. My phone keeps telling me it needs to... What'd you see? You couldn't see the card? Is that better? Yeah, the Diamondbacks for sure, right? That got... And there's purists that are totally into the old stuff. I can remember, was it during the playoffs where you had that guy wearing the old school one? And like every time they showed him on camera, he was doing something goofy. They're Greg Swindell. He was definitely proud of himself. Matt Brunson. You know, like one of those people that's like, I was there from the very beginning. before like they had even had thought about having a team, I was a fan. Larry Walker, Will Cordero. There's Kyle again. There's Babe Ruth. All right, last little stack here. All sorts of flippage there. Al Martin, I do remember him too. I think he was one of those people that I always thought was older, but like was a rookie here, and then he just looked older. Edgar Martinez, Ryan Thompson, Mackie Sasser, Kevin Napier. That is a face. I want that on a t-shirt. Oh, the last name. Gotcha. Let me throw that up because I don't know how to pronounce it. I said Telg better, but I don't know. Since it's just you here too, I'll well, there's Clinton. Since he already got something, Michelle, I'll just send you that pack, those packs and the card that I was going to send. Jeff Gardner. Kim Batiste? I don't even know who that is. Scott Fletcher. Karkovice, Ozzie Smith. That's probably the first Ozzie Smith I got. What was the card? I don't even remember what the card was, but I have a stack of it somewhere, Clinton. But for you, yours was CJ McCollum. If anything, it's like I was saying, it's a free mag. You can take that person out. Houston. That would have been the old stadium there too, right? Oh, there we go. Chip, chip. And there's no Adam. Normally, if you're having a chipper day, Adam's around. All around me are familiar faces. Oh, cool. Bo knows White Sox. Just in time for Clinton to... Oh, that one's... So we're finding that some of them are a little sticky, but as far as overall, it's way better. Mariano Duncan. Jim Gott. Forgot about that guy. Reggie Sanders, a little speedster. Felix Jose, but with the Royals. Rookie of the Year, American League, Tim Salmon. Jeff McNeely, Atlanta. Chusky. What'd you do to your arm, Clinton? Is this like a new injury? Old injury? Recent one? It's funny because like after breaking my toe, my son's like, you should go to the hospital or go see the doctor. I'm like, they don't do nothing. Not for like broken toes. It'd just be a waste of money. I don't know what that is. I think we talked about this. Is Kurt Abbott related to Kyle? Like brothers, maybe? How does that work if you don't have a store then? So what does it send you to? Just the listing? There's another Bobby Bonilla putting the schedule for the next 30 years of when he's going to get paid. Hojo, Nigel Wilson, Ryan Thompson. Lots of rookies. Brett Boone, I do remember him. He's a definite fan favorite. I got one of his autographs out of fan favorites one time and at a show. I don't know if it was short print or not, but I just remember that there's a guy there who was just like, I need that card. I need that card. He gave me $50 for the card. Maybe Boone doesn't sign that much. I don't know. But I couldn't pass it up. I mean, the box at the time, I think, was like $60 for the archives. Maybe it was 70. It was like basically getting all the rest of the cards for nothing. There's a Mike Piazza rookie. There's a lot of... I didn't realize there were so many different rookies in this. I mean, I don't know if it's a true rookie, but that's kind of interesting. Tim Nearing. Wow. There's the three-headed Chris Quinn monster again. Beware. Jose Offerman. Nice shades. Jeremy Burnitz. There's Piazza Rookie of the Year, NL. And Kevin Higgins, Ross Powell. Whoa. All right, only 4 packs left. And then I can go and race through the other series one. Scott Chrisman. Another White Sox. I think that's the third one of Chrisman. Let me get Mickey Morandini out of the way. Can't hurt Mickey. All right, these are a little stuck. Come on. Brian Anderson. Lord, come on. What's a weird picture? The oof. Oh, the three-headed one. Yeah, for sure. Juan Guzman. It's an interesting picture for sure there too. Jack Voigt. Dave Winfield. Tim Costo and Sherman Orlando. Yeah, I feel like they were just like giving out rookie cards to everybody. If someone played one game, they gave him a rookie. Tom Henke, Mike Stanley, signing autographs. I always do like these shots where you see someone like taking the time to engage with the fans. There's Brett Boone. Probably should. I'll do that later, but I don't want these things getting scratched, so. I wonder where Laminar is at. He normally is in here. We got one. Dante Bichette. I like it. Hometown player. So this is what I was talking about earlier. It's like the ugliest back for the cards. It's like a checklist, essentially. Now, I get that they wanted to utilize as much as possible. Shows how many doubles, and he was 9th on the list. Giving him TC9. All right. All right, do I have a card holder for this? Something to set it in. Maybe this thing. Probably a 10 card set. What's going on, Alan? Raul Mondesi just done with it. I mean, that's before like the bat flips were, you know, a sign of coolness. I can still remember when, what is his name? He was with the Dodgers. The guy who had all the legal issues and stuff. But he was really fiery, and I can remember someone asking me if I thought that was good, and I said it was bad for baseball, but now like everybody does the bat flips and crazy stuff. Just shows that I was too old in my thinking. That's a cool one. Dave Winfield. Winfield's pretty tall, right? Like 6'4"-ish, maybe? That's a big case there. 6'6". Yeah. That's pretty big. All right, Alan Trammell. Ha! Scott Fletcher. Nearing again. It's a cool Greg Maddux card. Booger, Cliff Floyd, and Lee Smith. Last pack. I don't know if there's any autographs in there, but that'd be a nice one to get if there was some kind of auto. Jeff Kent with the Mets. That's weird. Rick Sutcliffe. That's another interesting picture. Rod Beck. That mustache. So we got Hal Morris as the Gold Rush. I don't know which way these go. Jose Vizcaino. Frank Viola. There's Segui again. Oh, here's the run of checklists like last time. 3 of them this time. I think there was 4 previously. Oh, Javi Lopez. I didn't know he was in this too. And what? Hilly Hathaway. Not Billy. Is that an error? Or did someone actually name their kid Hilly? Wow, that's weird. Did that scare Hilly? Not one bit. All right. I don't remember him at all because I think Hilly would have been a name that I would have remembered. Do you remember him, Alan? Just gonna put these in team bags temporarily. I'll do that later. And as I was saying, for like the members, I'm sending out like a care package along with the other stuff, so it's gonna cost me a good amount for shipping, but you guys are worth it. Okay, so is that where he was conceived then? Is that why they named him Hilly? I don't know. It just still seems weird to me, Michelle. So I'm weird for thinking it, I guess? You only played for 2. Oh, okay. Makes sense. I mean, making it's a big thing within itself, I think. All right, putting those over here. All right, as I was saying, I'm going to go through this one way quicker. Oh, you're totally messing with me. Yeah, I was like, I don't even remember anybody calling a hill hilly. How's that there hilly up there? Gotta go to that hilly. Played 13 games in 2 years. I was looking at some players who I thought were still playing, because I was going to buy a card on ComC, or a fort on ComC, and the port had like a bunch of different rookies and rookie autos of players. But then I was like looking at all the different ones that were in it, and like a bunch of them were people that were like 3 or 4 seasons and like 4 at bats or something crazy. Florida. Yep, Florida man. That's too funny. Oh man. Yeah, right back at it. So it is something to do with the series, because this one automatically. Come on. Gary Gaetti. Oh, and I didn't even do that to it. Look at that. I didn't bend these at all. It was literally out of the pack like that. That's horrid. Yeah. You can't even rip them. Nobody had that team, just so you know. That's why I did that, because no sense keeping it. I know it's sacrilege to destroy a card. I am, Bill. I thought you were going to bed or something. Dodgers cards deserve it. I like it. Have your wife make you some soup. Oh, that's a horrid sound. Blackjack. Look at how bad that is. Man, that's frustrating. You can see the actual card right there too, where it sticks. Maybe it was like as part of the printing process. So maybe like there's like heat involved or something like that. So when they put them into fed them into the packs. That's why they stuck, because it seems like there's a theme to that. Could be wrong. She's asleep. Okay, well then, no soup for you. There's Ricky Henderson with the Blue Jays. Oh, it's even stuck inside there. Dave Clark. David Howard. It's two Dodgers cards, though. Interesting. There's the Henderson Blue Jays. I find that to be odd, off-putting. Brian Harper. Hapa. Sid Fernandez. El Cid. I always liked him. Hapa. Well, there's a whole bunch of players on odd teams, or ones that I'm not expecting. Could make a whole series with these, I think. That would probably be the first Ricky Henderson, though. That first box didn't have a single one, right? Gary Thurman. Oh man, this is horrid. Rafael Belliard. Jamie Moyer just chilling. Gary Gaetti. It's another one that I wouldn't expect to see on the Royals. Plunk. I'm pulling most of these cards apart because if there is another dream team in here, it'd be nice to show you guys that. So anybody have big Labor Day plans or anything like that? Who's barbecuing? Going anywhere? That kind of thing? There's Dave Magadan. That would be crazy, Michelle, if Jamie Moore still was like trying out for teams. But there's a lot of people who do, right? Big Sexy recently tried out for some teams, and he's still pitching in somewhere. Henry Cotto. Spanky. There's another Gwynn. And Ryan Sandberg. See, that's the order that they were in. Okay. That's weird to me. I was thinking that the Ryan Sandberg picture was him in the background, but I could just be wrong. Oh, well, happy birthday to moms. That's pretty good. That's a nice milestone. California. Gallego, Matt Turner. Oh, man, he's Mike Morgan. Good old Matty Noakes. That's probably the first Randy. Jim Abbott. Eddie Murray. Brett Butler being attacked by the Ivy. Clinton barbecuing. And you're doing that tonight or today? You'll be working. That stinks. All right, it's a brick. Franklin Benavides. Trying to get to this checklist. There we go. Kaminsky Park. Some of them that I think are stuck together are not. Biggio. Luis Polonia. Doing absolutely nothing tomorrow except grilling. What is a Blackstone? Enlighten me, please. Is that just a particular type of grill? Oh man. That's all one card. Come on. Eric Karros. He just has a dirty uniform. It's not like that's paper loss. Just dirty uniform. Dirty. There's Lance Johnson again. So you do have a replacement. Derek May, extreme close-up. It's a flat top cast iron. Oh. Y'all, I don't know if I've ever seen one. Is it like preferred? It's an uppity grill. That's too funny. Got the bougie grill. Yeah, I think I have a Home Depot grill, Clinton. It's like, it works, does its thing. Another Vinny Castilla. Joe Klink. That's cool. Ben McDonald. David West. Renee Ochoa. Joe Carter. Low fiving. Joe Girardi. Don Slott. Good old Don. All right, we're getting to the end. Appreciate everybody hanging out. It's going to be 3 hours by the time this is done. Like I was saying, I don't think I'm going to do 3 boxes again. Even if I have to split it up. It's probably best. Mike Gallego. Chris Bossio. Mulholland. Kirby. Pudge. Darren Dalton. And Brian Harper. Clinton. Hook to a spit on that card. You get to cook like a greasy diner. Oh, okay. I mean, I can see the allure to that. David McCarty. Mickey Tettleton. Candy Maldonado. Steve Cook. Andy Bennis looking very determined. Frank Thomas, we still need to get a gold rush of that card. And a Tony Gwynn. And a Wade Boggs and Don Mattingly. And start naming off. All right. Jack, excuse me. Dougherty. I don't know why I had so much trouble saying that name. And a Nolan Ryan for couch. We need Gold Rush too. That's a weird picture. Is he literally resting his face on his bat? Like taking a nap? And Ricardo. That's the first time we've seen that card. Willie McGee. And Wally. That's interesting. You know how like they write music on that paper with the lines? I don't know. It just looked like the glasses were like music themed ones when I was looking at it from afar. I'm just putting my wish list out there so we can get it for the Universe couch. I'm hoping that you all get those cards. That's what I'm trying to do. Oop. Ah. Yankee Stadium. Mo Sanford. Joel Johnston. Is that a submarine pitch or is it? No, it looks like it's over the top. I was thinking it was like something different there. Joe Girardi, Lou Whitaker, and Chuck Knobloch. So there is a Dream Team. So the fan on this computer is really loud right now. I'm hoping it's just trying to cool down, but if I lose connection. Lance Johnson. Is that the second one? That is crazy. All right, so you ended up with one anyway. Clinton. The odds of pulling two Lance Johnson golds, though, has to be astronomical. Tom Glavine and Doc Gooden. I don't know how that's that's so weird. You'll have to get some Lance Johnsons together and send them to J&J and surprise him, and he'll be like, does everybody know? I suppose he wouldn't be happy with me if he knew I was telling the world this. All right. The gold is a Candy Maldonado. Steve Avery, Sean Cook, Dante Bichette, another extreme close-up, Oral Hershiser. I think that's the first one of his. Felix Furman and Andujar Cedeno. Need a smoker? I know that that's a big thing too. Or the deep fat fryer things for the big, like you can put entire birds in there. Traeger? Yeah, I know. Traeger is like a big name too. Traeger would have smokers, but it's not all. That's just a name brand, right? Cleveland. Dave Gallagher stretching. Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a name brand. Oh, this is really stuck. Wayne Kirby. Good old Kirby. Blas Minor. Yep. Definitely Mandela effect. There's Ken Griffey. It's the second one on that. Big Cat. And Will the Thrill. Smoked brisket. Oh, yeah. Clinton, we had a neighbor. I think I brought this up before, but he had one of those giant pits. And at any time, like when I got home from work or like on a late weekend, I could just go by and, you know, half pound. That and hot links. I'm getting so hungry. Skeeter Barnes, Detroit. There's Mark Langston. I think that's the second one it is, too. So maybe the odds are higher than I thought to get the same people. But we need to see those stars, those players that we were talking about. Man, that sounds so good right now. Hey, what's going on, Star Cruise? How you been? Hope you're well. Mark Turner, or Matt Turner. Ugh, come on. All right. Steve Avery. That one doesn't look too bad. And so that it stays that way, I'm going to put this thing in there. When was Avery's rookie? Oh, okay. Man, they had such a crazy triple threat, the Braves, during that time. That's crazy. Kansas City. There's another Jim Abbott. Dave Stewart giving me vertigo with that angle. Jay Bell. Benito Santiago. Another Ricky Henderson and Delano DeShields. Oh, you did? Whose cards did you get? That's not good. I'm hoping that then your cards would still be here and not shipped out, if that's the case. If not, I'll just refund you if I can't find them. What did you get? Do you have my contact, like Instagram, that kind of thing? I think you do, right? Because you can send me the info, and then I could probably narrow it down pretty quick where the cards would be. If not still here, hopefully they're still here. Here's a Minnesota Gold Rush. I did not see your email. I'll have to go check. I'll go check right away for that, for the email. Once I'm done here, and then I'll respond to you. Sorry about that. I've been really busy with the storage units, and I haven't checked social media, emails, nothing in like weeks. So I do apologize. I would not ignore you in any way. So I'll get on it and I'll rectify. Aside from that, how are you? Minnesota. Whoa. And Chuck Nombaugh. Spanky Lavalier again. Oh, the infamous Canseco pitching card where he threw out the I know he was injured, season ending right after doing this for this game. It was a blowout too, and then he injures himself pitching. That's a card to have, Couch. You can show it off to your friends, like with the bit of trivia. What you got was Topps 20. Okay. That would be Nick's cards, I believe. Wait, Acuna? I'll figure it out for sure. I'll go back and I'll watch. I'll go watch the stream and find out exactly. Because if it was just a simple, you got his cards, he got your cards, then I can solve that instantly. And I'll make it up to you guys. Texas Stadium. Carlos Hernandez. I don't remember him as a catcher. Jim Abbott again. It's that same run right there. But was Cal at the end of that one? I don't remember. Goldschmidt's and Otani. Yeah, I do remember it for sure. For sure, it's a small group of people, Star Cruise, that are involved in the sales. So you will get them, or you'll get a refund, and I'll make sure of it. So apologies for mixing that up. I think I was probably right after that sale, or during that sale. I was starting the whole storage unit thing, and I probably just got those mislabeled when I was putting them together. All right, Scott Radinsky. Radinsky. But yeah, I'll make sure that I fix that. Thank you for being patient, because some people, if I did not respond, would think that I was trying to rip them off or something like that. But I'm sure you know that I had no ill intent. Juan Gonzalez. Kevin Mitchell. How long was Mitchell with the Reds? Come on. Maybe one season or part of a season. 93 games. Looks like he didn't really do a lot of games anyway. Yeah, I need to get around where I haven't been to John's. I haven't been to anybody's streams really. Like last night was the first time in a long time that I made it to anybody's. I went to RGL and what? I can't think of his name. Arnie's channel. Card Deal. Chris Bossio, again with Randy Johnson in the background. Yeah, there was a Ripken. It's and also to let you know, as far as for the next sale, I found, where's the stack at? Let me So when I was digging through different boxes at the storage unit, there was like a whole bunch of Ripken stuff. These are old prices. I don't know exactly when they were done, but like that's out of 1983. Donruss Originals. Cal to Greatness. Mystique. What's that? Pacific Invincible. Piece of the Game. I don't know what that one is. I also find the 90s Dominators in Frank Thomas. I thought that was a cool card. And then just a bunch of like rookies and stuff all in a box while I was digging through there. I thought that was kind of cool. But I'll put them in the next sale. But yeah, I think it was a base Ripken out of this that just popped up. There's Greg Gagne again. That one didn't stick so bad. Yeah, I haven't really done a sale since the last sale that you had those cards from. Ken Griffey and Big Cat and Blackjack. Let me show you what the Ripken look like. I don't know where I put the stack. This one. This is the Series 1 box. Series 2 had less sticking together, I think. I'll make sure to send I'll send a bunch of those like base Ripkins to you too, along with some stuff to make up for your delay. Oh man, this is all sorts of bricked. Steve Cook. Ron Darling with the A's. There's Jeff Bagwell again, doing his little safety dance. All right. Nearing the end. What do we got? 3 hours? It's been a marathon. All right, Steve Sachs. Come on. Troy Neal. A lot of rookies in this box for the Gold Rush compared to the last one. I don't think we got any. Man, this is... There's Ricky Henderson with the Blue Jays again. Such a weird card. Benito Santiago. It's self-aware. Oh man. So it's collecting you. You don't collect it. That's a good thing to have, though. Can't go wrong with Cal Ripken stuff. I feel like there's not as many old school collectors who continued Cal Ripken. You know how like people back in the day, you'd have people that collected Cal Ripken, Mattingly, Boggs. You know, Alan does still do his Mattingly and Boggs, but no one like continued with their favorites. So this is another Eck with paper loss. That's frustrating. But yeah, I don't see as many people that were like, I've been collecting him for this long kind of things. They end up giving up on those players and going for the current players who were hot. There's the big unit. Eddie Murray. Lance Johnson. What's up with that hat? Is that a throwback, or is it just he's got a weird large head? Yeah, definitely. I'll check that out. That's good stuff. Let me open that from chat so that I have it. Cool. 3 greyhounds. All right. After this pack, one little stack left. Damon Berry Hill. The gold was Derek Lilliquist. Darren, or is it Derek? Derek, yeah. Todd Jones. Tino Martinez. Leo Gomez. Pointing someone out. Eric Plunk. And the stack. I'll check it out 100%. And I'll respond to your email too. I'll send my phone number in the email. That way, should you need to get a hold of me right away in the future, you don't have to wait. Matt Whiteside. So another rookie. He's with Texas, so that's you, Couch. Ron Darling. This whole back end does not stick, so that's good. There's Donnie. Donnie Baseball and Kruk. 3 Justin 3 Good Nerds. I'm always seeing him posting his Don Mattingly stuff on Instagram. I think his collection is also self-aware. I would say that I don't have anything in my PCs that's anywhere near what most people have. I mean, I have like a lot of Ernie Banks stuff, and I have a lot of his cards, but I don't have like every card. I need to get better about collecting all of the stuff. And the gold is Greg Jeffries. That's some paper loss, unfortunately. Such a shame. You can really see it on the cards too. Renee Arocha, Renee Arocha, Roger Clemens, Tom Glavine, Doc Gooden, Gonzalez, and Kevin Mitchell. Donnie, who needs to be in the hall. Need to stop the delaying tactics. Rob Dibble. Interesting face that he's making there. KC Stadium. And that's really stuck. Gene Nelson. Boy, I don't know what it is about these glasses, but I feel like people who wear them have like a certain percentage of douchebaggery to them. Could just be me. Charlie Hayes and Mark Grace. Home stretch. I'm getting tired and hungry. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Milwaukee. Damon Berry Hill. Let's try to be really gentle with this one. There's just no way to do it. Ben Rivera. So that's 2 reds in a row. Todd Jones, Mr. Jones, Bill Hasselman. Come on. Gary Reedus. Who? Greg Myers. Tino Martinez. Lance Johnson. Derek May and Donovan Osborne. Ichiro, Ernie Banks. That's pretty much like the players who I PC. I was doing like some newer prospects, but that can be so risky. Especially when like someone's like, oh, I got this $100 autograph. You want to trade for it? And then, you know, that player doesn't turn out to be anything. Because I don't really prospect. Unfortunately, this pudge is also damaged. And I know with prospecting, it's like you got to move that stuff right away. But I was collecting PCing Jackson Churio. I still like him. I just don't go as hard into getting his cards. Probably need more of his rookies and like rookie autos, though, because most of my stuff is like Bowman firsts. That's not bad. Kent Merker. Some of them are really good about not having the paper loss. But yeah, some are just... There's El Cid, Jim Tomei. Yeah, this is the second one with this being blocked. But it could be just like a player that's blocking it and they're zooming. There's Donnie again. You get a whole run of these. There's 3 packs left. So I'll get better as far as the camera angle goes, and maybe I can lower this more. I just can't figure out with StreamYard how to zoom the camera. I mean, I know on my own how to do it. And I could switch it over to I have an SLR that I could use that has a way better zoom function. There's Juan Bell. Dibble. Otis Nixon. Bip. And Bill Spears. Yeah, and I say 2 million. I don't know for sure, Michelle. I just know that it is just, yeah. It went fully self-aware on its own too. Once I had 3 storage units, but that's why I go into one large storage unit where I can walk down the aisles with all the shelves I'm putting in. Will be a godsend. And I could probably, like, from that point, there's Greg Vaughn, start listing, like, create a store. I mean, I have an account with Beckett, but if I created a store to, like, sell commons and other things directly, I've been selling on ComC for 15 years, something like that. Long time. Which that's so easy to do because you don't have to, like, do the shipping. Just that, you know, obviously the fees per card can get expensive. All right, last pack. Boston. Willie Wilson. That one looks good too. Some look good, some don't. Alex Arraez. Brian Jordan. And then we'll finish up with the pictures of Clemens, Glavin, Gooden, and Wangan, who's not a pitcher. Oh yeah, I would say I probably have for the non-sports. I mean, I have all of those relic and auto non-sport things here, but I've put them all into the sale several times, and people didn't want any of them. Maybe I can do it again. But I think as far as the other thing goes, if I went live or something like that and like went through different boxes, that would be a good thing too, because there's a lot of stuff from different years, and that might be more exciting to people. The stacks are crazy. The cards here. You know, one thing that was interesting, they didn't switch up the color scheme, right? From one series to another. A lot of times they do that, right? Almost every company, maybe not, you know, Topps excluded, but there's always like a color difference so that people can identify which one is what series. Maybe this is just past that time frame. That's old school. No one does that. I can do that. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate all of you. I'm going to get some food, and I'll send you a message later tonight, Star Cruise, and investigate it. I'll have to watch those streams so I can find out exactly the possibilities of who might have it. I'm going to check through all the stuff I still have here, and we'll go from there. But I apologize. That doesn't... I mean, it's happened before, but it's not like a common occurrence. And I'm glad everybody likes the new setup. I will continually work on that stuff, and like I was talking about in the future, I will be doing breaks, and once I start doing all that stuff, I'll announce all of that. What I was thinking I'll do is wait for next season, and then start with opening day. But since I do all sports, I'm sure I'm going to have football cases and whatnot too that I'll look at doing breaks on. I'll update everybody though for sure. Dinner time for you as well. Yep, I understand. Thanks for the Star Cruise for understanding. All right. Peace out, everyone. Have a good Labor Day weekend. Hope you guys are, going to relax and whatnot, but be safe. If you're going to have anything to drink, call an Uber or have someone else drive. All right. Take care.